So today we continue with our Hilchot De'ot class. So today class number 20. So Moshe, you want to read for us, please? So one second before you start. You need to find what page. Okay, it's page 79, correct?
79 or 78? I thought we finished.
Okay, so let's do 78 maybe.
Oh, maybe. Okay. While the scriptural prohibition against Lashon Hara applies only to speaking about the living, oh no, we did this. I'm sorry, I forgot to move
No problem. Okay, so one second, let me admit. Okay. So let's say that they join in right now. Okay, so we good. Yeah, so please start.
Right.
So the dreadful scenario. That's what I want. Dreadful scenario.
All right.
Go ahead.
So picture the following scenario. A Jew is instructed to enter the temple of God, stand before the holy ark, and accuse his fellow Jews of whatever sins he knows them to be guilty of. Without a doubt, even the lowest among us would endanger his own life rather than carry out this dreadful order. So
That's a good comparison, no?
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't want to do that. Accusing his fellow Jews of like wrong sins. That's
yeah.
Yet people fail to realize that this is exactly what they are doing when they speak Lashon Hara. As stated in Tana Devei Eliyahu, when the wicked speak Lashon Hara, it ascends before the throne of glory.
But that's also you said that's exactly the same. So don't think that we're doing something different.
Right.
So that's for sure. When we
everything is being recorded, all your accusations, everything.
And it's not only, it goes directly to in front of the throne of glory. And the person stands there and testifies. So when we imagine that, I think it's a good reason to start.
Yeah, sure. So it is therefore not difficult to understand the gravity of the sin and the heavy price that the speaker is liable to pay, both in this world and the next. Therefore, David cautions us that if we seek to enjoy the bliss of eternal life in the next world and desire good days in this world, our first step must be to guard our tongues. So again, talking about King David.
Okay, go ahead.
On the holy day of Yom Kippur, we beseech Hashem, silence the accuser and let the defender take his place. How can one utter these words without feeling shame and humiliation? If through his own Lashon Hara, the accuser is aroused and endowed with the strength to accuse.
As I said before, this person, so Lashon Hara comes to in front of the heavenly court and said, this Jew did this and that. Right? But they say, we're not going to hear your testimony of the single witness. That's now the call work. That's now how the court works. He said, oh, look at this Jew. He says exactly what I'm saying. Right. So this person is becoming second witness to this Yetzer Hara. So now you ask Hashem, remove my body. So how you understand? So okay, that's the thing.
So conversely, those who are successful in their efforts to refrain from speaking ill of others can rest assured that their entreaties before Hashem to silence the accuser carry great weight in heaven. May Hashem cause love, peace, and brotherhood to dwell amongst his people.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, so let's stop here. So we continue with the Hilchot De'ot, and we're on page 308, correct? 308, so chapter 5 in Halachah number 2. Okay. Let me just ask you guys one question. Do you see when somebody is waiting in the waiting room or no? In order to get admit or on
you can check it from your side. I don't think so. We can see it.
Okay. All right. So I'll check the screen from time to time.
Actually, I think if you go on the view section on the right hand side, they have because I do some Zoom meetings myself these days. And yeah, you can change many things, and one of them, it says, I think it forgetting, I think it was breakout room or something like that. It says, yeah,
play. Okay, I'm not going to do it right now. Just curious. Okay, no problem. So continue. When the wise man eats the little which is fitting for him, he should eat it only in his own home, at his table. He should not eat it in a store or in a marketplace, unless there is very pressing need, lest he be viewed without respect by others. Okay, very interesting. So let's continue. He should not eat together with unlearned, nor at those tables that are filled with vomit and excrement. He should not eat frequently in order to in other places, even in a company of wise men, nor should he eat where there is a large gathering. It is not fitting for him to eat at another person's table, except at the feast associated with mitzvah, for example, betrothal or wedding feast, and then only when a scholar is marrying the daughter of a scholar. So that's for all of us. It's like a ticket, reason not to go. So if they invite you somewhere you don't want to go, so you can say that Rabbi told me not to come. Okay, 1 second. Meet. Okay, I think so. We're all there. Okay. The righteous and pious of old never partook of a meal that was not of their own. Okay, so let's see what it all means. So basically, have to be very careful in whose company you eat. Okay, so it says when the wise man eats a little. So I'm starting from the beginning. We go with commentary. Sorry. When a wise man eats a little, which is fitted for him, he should eat it only in his home at his table. So very clearly, at his home and at his table. So what does it mean? 23. In the previous Halachah discusses the quantity of food and the attitude with which it was to be eaten. Right? The present Halachah concerns itself with a place and a company in which the wise should eat. It revolves around the principle that the person should be modest while eating and refrain from doing so in public. Okay, see also got for a pretext. Basically, so we're discussing now. It's not about food. I mean, food. I mean, it is about food, but it's about place where you're going to eat, right? So and associated with the wrong people. And it's my understanding from what we learned before when they say the wise person, wise man. It's not like he's Talmid Chacham. It applies to him, but to me it does not apply. So our goal, as the Rambam said, for all of us to be a wise man. That's what Hashem wants of us. Right? He should not eat in a store. 24. Kol Yaakov notes that this store may even be one specifically designated for eating. For example, a restaurant, coffee shop, or the like. Indeed, we found Hebrew Chenus used to refer to the place of eating, Bava Metzia 83b. Okay. All right. So, so we're not talking about eating in somebody's houses only, right? We're talking about in restaurants, and I paid for them my meal. So what is the problem? Okay, continue. Let's see what the problem is. This sentence from the beginning: he should not eat in a store or in a marketplace. Marketplace commentary. Though in Yerushalayim Talmud, Masrot 3.2 mentioned this prohibition is a reference to the Torah sage. The Babylonian Talmud Kiddushin 40b condemns even a common person for such a behavior, stating, whoever eats in the marketplace is like a dog. Right? The passage in Kiddushin continued to explain that such a person is unacceptable as a witness, and the Rambam quotes the law in Hilchot De'ot 11.5. So it's laws of the witnesses. So basically, what it says. So if you go to a restaurant and eat outside, right, that's literally what it means. so you're not fit to be a witness in a court.
Wait,
So that's
you can eat at a restaurant as long as it's inside the place.
inside is a much more different. So if the people do not see you like from outside.
So like it's not good to eat, like let's say they have an outdoor section, you shouldn't eat out there.
Yeah.
And then it says the marketplace. Is this like a marketplace where people go and shop? So like I see people all the time in supermarkets, they're like eating food, like, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, all of it. But marketplace is a place of gathering of the people where people work. So meaning that outside of the restaurant is a marketplace.
Right.
In some sense, where people walk back and forth.
Right, like a public type of place where everybody.
Exactly. So people see him eating, right? And people like when people eat, they resemble the animal the most, right? When he's in his nice suit and tie and stuff like that, and he speaks or keeps his mouth shut, so he like people think that he's somebody like respectable. But when he starts eating, and especially if he has a beard and there are crumbs in the beard, that's it. So his status in our eyes, not in other people, so drops completely. Right? Correct?
Yeah. Doesn't it say, Rabbi, that if, let's say, a Talmid Chacham, he's got a stain on his shirt, it's considered Chillul Hashem in a sense, right? If he has a reva.
That's what it says. So because he's a representative of Hashem. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When it comes to eating and drinking also, I've heard that it's generally better to sit and make the bracha and eat. Like a lot of times, I have a question. When you have kiddush in Shabbat in a lot of places, right? Everybody's standing in one row. And everybody, in fact, in most places, they stand and they have the kiddush and then they eat everything while standing. What do you think about that?
So that's 100% wrong. That's what did we learn it? We didn't get to it. No, maybe it's in this chapter. But halachah,
I've heard. I know that it's wrong because I've read that
it's a halachah, so it's not respectful, especially when you do kiddush. So if you are running out of the house and you took a bite of the these cookies and then you run into your car, it's one thing. I mean, you're in a rush. But the proper when you do bracha, when we will Hashem, when we're going to get to the laws of brachas. So it says it's proper to make bracha sitting.
Yeah.
Especially the person that does kiddush, he has to sit down to drink. The different customs, how you make kiddush. You sitting, standing, half sitting, half standing. You stand for a first paragraph, then you sit. Okay, that's relevant. But everybody agree.
Yeah, sorry.
But everybody agree. When you drink the wine, you must sit.
Yeah.
There are 4 different customs. According to all customs, you must sit, right? And so when people when people like eat standing, it's disrespect to the food. If you because why I'm going to explain why. So this eating is a Suda mitzvah what of kiddush, right? So it says that kiddush is not valid unless you ate in the same place when you heard kiddush. You understand? So they're involved in mitzvah, but they have to respect this mitzvah. Absolutely, 100%.
This is only, but like, let's say it's not kiddush or like nothing like that. But let's say you're cooking and you're standing and you're moving around and you want to taste something.
But tasting is different because it's a part of the cooking. It's not.
So that's okay, right? You can still say the blessing, right? And then
yes.
Okay, and another thing, you mentioned that if there's a stain on your shirt, it's a Hilul Hashem. I heard that too.
Yes.
Let's say it's Shabbat and it's your only shirt. And you can't wash it, and it's your only shirt. Then what do? Do you just go out there with a dirty shirt?
Talmud says when you go out on Shabbat with a stain on a shirt, it's a Kiddush Hashem. So this is how is it possible? So it says that you worry about Shabbat more than you worry about your own kavod. You understand? So actually, that's what we learned in our Shabbos class. So we said that's exactly the topic, right, guys? So the topic is laundry, that you're not allowed to launder.
Right.
So you have one shirt, and you want to go to the shul, for example, for mincha, or in the morning. Let's say you stay in your short on Friday night. So that's all you do, right? So you say, I'm not going to clean it. You say, I manifest Shabbos. So it's an exception. But in other days, as we said before, that there's no excuse. You must take for another 5 minutes. Wash your shirt and come go out. Understand?
And nowadays, everybody's got more than one shirt anyway, so it's okay.
The life today is so easy. I don't remember who was telling this story about Rav Shach. I think this great Rav Shach that when he was a little boy, so he would come to the river to wash his shirt, and then he would learn, right? When he would wash, put it on a tree to dry, and he would learn. So a woman was passing by. I said, "Young man, what are you doing? It's not proper. You look like you're a learned person, and you're learning without the shirt. It's not proper." And he was very embarrassed, and he said, "I apologize, but that's the only shirt I have, and I don't want to waste my time until the shirt is drying." So she went home. She said, "Stay here." She went home and brought her husband's shirt. In that day, it's one size fits all. Basically.
Yeah, it was different.
And then he was so appreciative. So when she passed away many years ago, so he said, "Everybody, we're going to that funeral." And people say, "Rabbi, who is this lady? We never heard of this lady." And he said this story that many years ago she gave me the shirt.
Wow.
So one shirt is it's not. I mean, it's only from previous generation that people have under one shirt. Okay, so continue. He should not eat together with unlearned. Whoa, so that's a bum, no? So it says on Hedrin 52b states that at outset common person will consider Torah sage to be like a vessel of gold. Okay. However, if sage derives benefit from the common person, he will not come to regard the sage like a earthen share. He will come to regard. So okay. So one more time, and we're going to explain. So Hedrin 52b states that the outset, a common person will consider Torah sage like a vessel of gold. So especially in olden days, so now that's a proper attitude. How we should respect our rabbis. Right? However, sage derives benefit from common person. He tells him, to buy things from him, right, for his shul and stuff like that. He will come to regard the sage like a earthen vessel, so shard, right? So it's like it's not a gold. So I mean, he knows that I cannot say no, right? And he's taking advantage. Not Hilchos De'ot Torah. So it's it's a first book in this book. It's what is it? The foundation of the Torah. Very interesting topics. Where Rambam quotes, he equates the dining of the learned and pious men together with unlearned with the desecration of names of God. So no more, no less. So when this learned person is dining with this Amorites, it's Hil Hashem. So also Hilchot De'ot 25:4. We're going to explain now why. Where he rules that the communal leader and judges should not eat and drink with the common people. So this is actually meat. So what's the problem here? The problem here then when we were talking about these few crumbs in his beard. So now he was this big judge was revered by all of the community, and now he sees that he's actually grabbing pieces of meat and chicken, and he pulled the plate with all of the delicacies then next to himself. So I mean, so your respect to that judge or that community leader is going to diminish. You understand? So next time he's going to say something, he's. Even I know not to grab the meat, right? But that's not how he behaved. You understand? So it's for these people, and it's not like they're going to do it but it might seem to other people, like bystanders, that's why we would eat it. So basically, don't eat with common people, not learn. And plus, I mean, unless you're going to speak words of the Torah, right? So what and you got stuck for a few hours to listen to this clown. You understand? So he's going to tell you whatever he knows, and that's it. 26. Okay, so let's do this sentence from the beginning. He should not eat together with unlearned, so we just commented, nor at those tables that are filled with vomit and excrement. So let's see what it all means. I mean, it's from Yeshayahu, I think. No, it's not from Avos. Okay. The expression is obviously reference to Avos 3:3. When three eat at one table and do not speak the words of Torah, then it is as if they eat from the sacrifices of the dead. There is idols. Yes, it's from Yeshayahu 28:8. Okay. States, for the old tables are full of vomit and excrement, there is no room. So what does it mean? So when three people sit together and they do not speak the words of Torah, it's like they eat from this table full of idol worship. So Rabbi Reuven, I think, like some time ago, maybe in Pirkei Avos here, so he said, buy yourself a small book. There is the Hidushim, and you can like I don't know, half a page, whatever. So every time you eat, you can read the half a page or even one paragraph, whatever you read. So it would be considered as you learn in Torah every time you eat. So I mean, me personally, I try to listen to short lectures, like short clips, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. That's what I do. Okay. Okay, continue. In his commentary to the Mishnah, Rambam writes, previously the verse dealt with eating and drinking while forsaking the Torah and those who study it. Therefore, all of these tables are considered as if the excrement and filth, there is the foods of idols, were eaten upon them. Let me read one more time and we try to explain. Previously, the verse dealt with the eating and drinking while forsaking the Torah and those who study it. Okay. Therefore, all of these tables are considered as if excrement and filth. There is a foods of idol are eaten upon them. Okay, so I mean they draw the parallel. Now that's how discussed in the eyes of Hashem when people do that. So there is a lenient opinion, just so we know. There is some minority of Paskim say when you say Birchas Hamazon, so since the reverse is from the Torah in there, so you can it's considered like you're learning. So don't rely on this opinion too much, but in any case of the pressing need, when you need to rush and stuff like that, so you can rely on that opinion. Okay. Or you going to learn. For example, you eat a quick meal before you go learn. So this is also, I mean, it does not have to be like precisely in at the table. If you learn just before and you took a break, and or you learn in like you planning to learn after you finish it. So that's the thing. Continue. He should not eat frequently in other places. So commentaries say outside of his own home. There is a wise man even when he eats in private home and is proper company, should limit the numbers of home that he frequents. Pesachim 49a. Okay, so basically what it says, even it's not that it's not allowed to go for you to go to visit your friends and I don't know, people from the community. It's not it does not say that, but don't do like often like touring the neighborhood, right? Like so we had to host somebody like some time ago, right? And that person asked me to sign up for Shabbat.com or .org, I don't remember. So it's I don't remember this rabbi name. So basically, one of the things they do, they invite people over. So you say that I'm available on this Friday, or I'm available on Shabbos morning, or I can host somebody for the whole Shabbos, right? And other people say I'm looking at a place in this neighborhood, stuff like that, or I want to stay over, so stuff. So it's like they do the match. So and I saw many people, they just hump around. Like he puts out his schedule. I'm busy. I'm at this Friday. I'm going to this place, so do not invite me. But this Shabbos, I'm like, you normal? Yeah, you understand? So it's like a little too much. So that's what Rambam say. Okay, you want to visit your friend from not every time, but don't go to different people. Okay. Okay. So continue. He should not eat frequently in other places. So what does it mean? Okay. So we said that even in the company of the wise man, nor should he eat where there is a large gathering. That's also a problem with large gathering. Okay. And it's not because of the mask situation. Okay. Not 29. The reason for this restriction is, as Rambam expresses in a Guide of Perplexed, to habituate a person, particularly when he relates to others, to emphasize the refined and developed aspect of his being, and not those which he shared with others, with other animals. Okay, we're going to read it one more time. Let me finish reading and then we come back. Therefore, even when there is no danger of subjugating himself to understanding, to undesirable influences of the disgrace in the Torah with which he is identified, he should refrain from performing the physical activity like eating in the presence of others. Actually, that's what we said before. Okay. So, but let me read from the beginning and try to explain. The reason of this restriction is that Rambam expressed in Guide of Perplexed to habituate a person, particularly when he relates to others, to emphasize the refined and developed aspect of his being. So when, as we said, so when you talk to people, so try to lower this animalistic behavior. So it's in fact like he like meaning like eating, right? Or I don't know, some sleeping like in the same room if you have options. Okay. But particularly when he relates to others, to emphasize the refined and developed aspect of his being, and not those that he shared with other animals. So as we said, so all of these things, just try to keep separate, because otherwise people would not hold you as on a high, or as on the regard as before. Therefore, even when there is no danger of subjugating himself to undesirable influences, so it's not like he's going to go like there, percourse him, or they are not such a human, he's going to become one of them. It's not, right? Or disgrace in the Torah. I mean that there is no prohibition in Torah that you cannot eat food, right? With which he is identified. He should refrain from performing the physical activity like eating in the presence of others. So that's and it's advice to all of us. It's not only, as you said, not only to special scholars. It is not fitting for him to eat in another person's table except at the feast associated with the mitzvah. Hulin 95b commentary state that a Rav would not partake of a meal in a public unless it was associated with mitzvah. So basically, if there is no mitzvah, so why would they eat together, right? For example, a betrothal commentary. This decision is not accepted by all authorities. Betrothal. Okay. Some do not consider such a betrothal feast associated with the mitzvah. Arusan, right? Translate as betrothal. And it's like a first stage. In olden days, it was a first you do this betrothal, and then you wait like a year or so, and then you do chuppah, 2 stages. So basically, the first stage So she's considered in many aspects as a married woman. They don't live together, but that's when he gives her this ring, and then she agrees to marry him. That's the thing. Okay, so today we will do all of it in one day, but in all the days it was like split into. It refers to the first state of the stage of marriage process. That is giving the woman the wedding ring. Okay, exactly. In the Talmudic and post-Talmudic times, this ceremony was carried out before the actual wedding. At present, we perform two stages of the wedding, Arusim and Nisuin, together. Which thus the reference that the term is engagement, Arusin, is technically misnomer. So basically, I mean, since it's not a feast, it's so not basically. Rambam said it is a mitzvah meal. Other people say it's not a mitzvah. Like today, they do a board. That's what it is. I mean, it's not it, but it's closer. So they announce of their wedding. About that they decided to get married. So that's I mean, it's not exactly, but the clothes that we have today. 41. So okay, so it was betrothal or wedding feast, and then only when a scholar is married a daughter of a scholar. Okay, so let's see what it means. The Pesachim 49a mentioned that the wedding between scholar and the common people are undesirable and should not be attended by the Torah sage. Right. So,
what do they consider common people? Like non-scholars, or like just regular people who don't study Torah as much as them? Like, because back then, like you're obligated to study Torah, right? So, but what is it like? Common people who work most of the day and then study like 1 hour, or not like a real chacham.
That's a good question. I would say this would be common people.
Right, like just regular workers.
The regular laymen. So it would be like this. So for it says I don't remember what was it. We learned that a Torah scholar should not give his daughter in a marriage to the ignoramus. So and they I think it's from Talmud. So they compare it to like to tying her to the tree in front of the hungry lion. Because this ignoramus, he does not know when it's allowed. All the laws of Nida were not allowed. It is allowed, but he would behave like he's like wild beast.
Right.
You understand? She's so refined. She came from this family of the holiness of the Talmid Chacham, and now she's going to marry this guy. Because why? Because most likely it's because of the money, right? He has the money, and this Torah scholar does not.
Yeah. Well, but Rabbi, isn't it possible for somebody who's completely working, let's say working a normal job, but also to be a Talmid Chacham? He doesn't have to be.
No, exactly. No, okay, exactly. Most of the people who works are not Talmid Chacham, and they do not work. Unfortunately, and I see people, especially in this situation. So people they so overburdened. Like these employers, they take advantage, and they because there are not so many jobs and stuff like that, and everybody is afraid to lose his job even much more than before. So people take these employers take advantage, and some people that in my other groups, so they work like 12 hours a day. You understand? And plus Motzei Shabbos and plus Sunday also. Okay, they're being paid the same money. But so can this person be a Torah scholar or learn 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour? He cannot. Physically, he cannot.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand? And from this pressure, so people cannot concentrate. They cannot concentrate. So unfortunately, so most likely a person, if he's not a Torah scholar, and if he was not learned before, like before he got married and started went to the business world, it's very hard for him. So and many people they give this discount to these people, but as Baruch Hashem, so Rabbi Rubin does not give anybody discount, right? So he said, no, you must finish this, you must finish that.
Yeah.
You understand? So and he always say, I heard from him, not always, but heard from him a few times. He said Rambam also had 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
Rashi had
and he worked
days
very
of 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's not like we are so special. And in one lecture, he said very beautifully, he said, if you think about, no, it was not him. I gotta take it back. It was another Rabbi. I don't remember his name. So he said very beautifully, he said, if you look at our great-grandparents and us, so we must have, we should have free time. For them just to do laundry, take all of this dirty clothes to the lake, I don't know, to walk somewhere, right? And then you're going back, 1 hour, 2 hours, or just warm up the water. You have to chop the wood. You have to do this and that, warm up the water, and there's no chemicals. So like to do this and then dry, it's a mission impossible. You need like the whole day just to do the laundry. For us, it's so easy, and all other things, just chicken, right? So in olden days, what do you do is you want to eat chicken. Okay, Baruch Hashem, very good for you. So you take chicken, you go to the shochet, you stand in line. He does the shkita. You walk back. I know, an hour or 2 hours back, right? And then you have to pluck the feathers. I don't know how many of you pluck the feathers. I try, but I stop after 2 minutes. It was mission impossible. But that's what the people do. You want to eat chicken, you pluck the feather. You understand?
Yeah, even worse. I mean, for a big animal to remove the skin, it's probably even harder.
Exactly. So the life, all of these things will take much more time. And when you look back at these people of our great grandparents, they were much longer than we are.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's why he said we should have more time. But Eitzer Hara sees that, and he tried to fill all of this free time that we have with all of our other nonsenses.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No, what I was saying is that, like what you said, right? 24 hours, everybody had that. And also, if I remember correctly, I heard from Rabbi Reuben's Shurim that, if a person works, but he works a normal job, maybe he works overtime, whatever, because he has to, right? Because of getting fired. But all the extra time that he has, he utilizes it for Torah study, like immediately. I finish work, I put a Shiur Torah on the way back. He is rewarded for as if he has studied all those hours.
Exactly. So he's considered to be a full-time lawyer. Okay. And what you said is true, but it's most people do not do that.
That's true. Absolutely.
That's the issue. But you're right. So when of course you have to take care of your family. Of course you have to do all of these chores. Of course you must work to provide you for your family, pay your rent, for your food. Of course you must do all of these things. It is true. But all of the free time you must learn. Right? When you're not busy with other things. But many people, like when I hear this word relax, my blood starts boiling. I say, no, I cannot learn that. I want to relax. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So they actually finish this halacha number 2. Oh no, sorry, there is continuation. So it said, the righteous and pious of old never partook of meal that it was not of their own. 33. Hulin 7b relates that even that Rabbi Yehuda Hanasi invited Rabbi Pinchas Ben Yair to his meal, the latter said she refused. Note that Rambam's comments at the conclusion of the Hilchos Zichuya Umatana. Zechiya Umatana. Okay, so basically, I heard it from I think from Rabbi Mizrachi. So he said, so if you try, they invite you to a place, right? And you don't want to go, so you can always say, doctor told me not to go, not to eat this food, this and that, whatever. So you can tell the doctor. So everybody, when they hear doctor, everybody like it's the best excuse. And who is the doctor? Rambam is a doctor. So he told you not to go to this ignoramus's houses and not to eat in the company of these wicked people. You understand? So these lefty people, and okay, they're going to discuss the politics So I said, no, Rabbi told me, no, doctor told me to follow a special diet, and I don't want to overburden you and stuff like that. Okay. And I remember when one family came to us and they were on special diet. I don't know what diet was. So they brought their own food. So they were like some kind of salad. I told them we could have made this salad for you. Like, why do you need to bring and specially cooked meat and this and that? So it was a little ridiculous. So okay, so it was the last time that we invited them, basically. Okay, so continue halacha number 3. So we're going to read without commentaries first. When a wise man drinks wine, he drinks only enough to soften the food in his stomach. Whoever becomes drunk is a sinner, a shameful, and lose his wisdom. If he becomes drunk before the common people, he desecrates the God's name. No more, no less. Okay. It is forbidden to drink even a small quantity of wine in the afternoon hours, unless it is taken together with food. Drink that is taken together with food is not intoxicating. Okay, that's the issue, right? Only wine that is taken after the meal is to be avoided. Okay, so let's try to understand what it says here. So let's read from the beginning and we explain. When a wise man drinks wine, he drinks only enough to soften the food in his stomach. 34. Ksubas 8b relates that wine is useful for the process of digestion. So that's very very common in many cultures, right? That they have the glass of wine during their dinner. Okay, so it's for the digestion reasons. Okay, that's no problem. Okay, but that a little. Whoever become drunk is a sinner. Let's see commentary. The commentary cite Brachas 29b. Do not become drunk and do not sin. A passage which seems to say that drink leads to sin. It seems, however, that Rambam is intimated. Let me finish. It intimated that drinking itself is sinful. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, how much is a person allowed to, like, okay, so it says that until the food becomes soft in his stomach, until, what does that mean? Like, how much can a person drink? Like, what's it? Because I've seen some bad, and then I've seen where, I don't know, like, is it bad? I've been invited over people's houses where, I don't know, maybe it looks a little too much. I don't know, like, what's the limit? Like, where do you know, like, because I see on God, everybody drinks.
Set the limit. You just set the limit yourself. It look a little too much.
Yeah.
So all of the people, so different people have different body constitution, right? So one for some people they drink I don't know less than 1 ounce they drunk with a light wine. For example, in my house we use only like a light wine, like I'm 9%, 8%, 7%. I mean, who needs all these things, right?
Like I see on Shabbat people partaking in alcohol specifically more than any other week, which
it's absolutely exactly.
Right.
But this is the people from our previous halachah. Don't sit with these people. So basically it says, so that's the way I teach others. So I always tell that you're allowed to drink. We're not Christians, we're not monks, we're not the Muslims, right. But you're not allowed to be drunk. So every person has his own norm. So for example, if you on Friday, so on Friday night I'm very tired, very very tired. So this half a cup, it's like it can I can fly off. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired. So if I sleep enough, maybe so I would be able to drink more. So, but this would relax me, stuff like that, and I'm still able to learn. So right. Friday night I try to learn. So but I know if I drink just a little more before learning, that's it. I'm going space out.
I've been invited to people's houses and they're like, "Oh, drink." So I don't like to get drunk anymore like I used to, because I like to drink like maybe a shot where I know that by the time I get home, I can learn without it being a sin, because you're not supposed to learn when you're on, it's not the right state of mind. So
but
you know, I see people drinking sometime like, oh, I know it's Shabbat, you know, but come on. You know.
no, that's never proper. So
Right.
Rambam does not say that maybe it's not proper on Wednesday, but it's proper on Shabbat. He never said that. So
Right.
there is he says clearly. So the drunkenness is going to bring person to lewdness for sure. So and how people sin with so now he had a little extra, and now this his fellow's wife, and they just had a fight with his husband, and now he's Mr. Nice and stuff like that, and Hashem Rachem, what is going to happen next? Yeah. You understand? But before this a little extra alcohol, he was a nice, quiet guy. But this is the famous medrash when person becomes drunk. The first stage. Help me if I make mistake. So the first stage of the drunkenness, so it's a lion. So the guy becomes a lion, right? The second stage of drunkenness, he becomes a monkey, I think. And the third stage of drunkenness, he become a pig. So I think it was said about Noah. So when he did when he just got all of this of the teva, right, of the boat. So he did the shchita of so he ate these grapes. He became drunk, and he did shchita of these 3 animals, and the blood mixed. I don't remember the whole story, but like approximate. So that they say that's exactly. So from then on, that's how the world works. So first person has a little extra, so he becomes like a lion. He's brave and stuff like that. He's telling everybody what to do, and I'm not afraid of this guy. I'm not. No. You know what? I'm going to tell you. No, you think I forgot what you did last summer? No, I didn't forget. And he starts going off, right? So next stage, he drinks a little more. He's like a monkey. He acts funny. He cannot stay straight and stuff like that, and everything he ha ha, and everything is funny, and everybody's stupid and stuff like that. And right, and next stage, he's like a swine. He's like a pig. He just under the table drunk, or just, and it's embarrassment to his wife, to his surrounding, to his parents. If it's in a parent's house, that's what who we raised. You understand? And people tend to say many stupid things when they drunk. And in Hebrew, the word I think yain is for wine, and opposite. No, it's not salt. I don't remember which word they take. So basically, it says when wine comes in. So and when you, I think rearrange the letter, the secrets come out. So when you want to know the secrets, so you just drink a lot with the person, and he's going to tell you what he really thinks about you, right? So because wine is a wine that drops his guard, and he cannot control himself. So that's not good. Not good. Okay, so basically, so as Rabbi Reuben many times say, learn from the books, not from the people. What people do. What people do, they do. But okay. So continue. So let me read just quickly with this this one more time. Whoever becomes drunk is a sinner. 35. The commentaries cite Brachas 21b. Do not become drunk and do not sin. A passage which seems to say that drink leads to sin. It seems, however, that Rambam intimated that drinking itself is sin. So Rambam said not that that drinking is going to lead him to sin, but the drinking itself is sin. I mean, the way I understand this sentence is that a person jeopardized his status, right? So I mean, he puts him in such a situation that he might sin. Well, whatever is it, he's going to embarrass somebody or whatever he's going to do. Okay. So one more time, the sentence: whoever becomes drunk is a sinner is shameful. 36. In the Guide of Perplexed, Volume 3, Chapter 8, Rambam castigates drunken revelry and in harshest terms. Okay. He says, drinking party is more shameful than gathering of naked people who defecate together in the daylight in one place. So I think that this is answer to your question. Rambam answer you clearly. Right? Drinking party is more shameful than gathering of naked people who defecate together in the daylight in one place. Elimination.
He was not a fan of Fabrengen.
This I see this. I used to go to these things, right? So many times they say they turn everything upside down. They have their own Torah, they have their own Mashiach, and another term for the Torah is vodka. So vodka, they say it's Torah. Why can you learn only with vodka? It's beyond me. So you understand? So if it's the only way you can learn and communicate with others, there is a big problem. You have to work on yourself. There is a bigger problem that if you need vodka to be happy, so that's the big problem. I tell you one thing about me. So I used to need some some external things to make me more spiritual. For example, music. So I would go to all of this, not all of it, but some of the concerts. So some of the places where they would sing carol box songs and stuff like that. I mean, we jump, we sing, it's all lovely. But then I saw that most of the people who seem spiritual to me, they have no problem speaking during the davening, during the reading of the Torah. No problem whatsoever. So what seemed for me that I'm spiritual, it's not spiritual. So if you need always the spirituality come from outside, problem is with you. Yeah. Problem. So I work for myself, and I don't need to listen to that music. I don't need this and I don't need that. I learned this Rambam or other books, and I'm flying. You understand? So that's the thing.
I just recently finished a few days ago with Shuvah. The last part, when it's talking about the section which is talking about how, the ways, the categories of atonement, it says that the best way, because you see there's four levels. There is the sins that, let's say it's a positive mitzvah and you do it, you're immediately forgiven. Then there's the sins between that you have that are forgiven specifically on Yom Kippur, which are negative commandments, right? Yeah. There is Chillul Hashem, which gets punished, which can only be done with death. Now, but there's ways to, for the last two, there's ways to prevent that from happening. So if you want to prevent suffering, for Yom Kippur to cleanse you for the suffering part, you should give tzedakah. But the best remedy, it says, is to learn Torah. But to learn real Torah, but keep your eyes have to be open. Let's say you're learning all the night and you're not sleeping enough. That's a good thing. And the other thing being, of course, each one according to their level. But it even said that the limud Torah can actually, even though people say that Chillul Hashem cannot be atoned for with that, it says that if you actually learn Torah, it can even be mechaper Chillul Hashem. Limud Torah. Of course, along with Zikui Rabbi, man.
Okay, yeah, all together, but it helps a lot. So basically, it helps a lot. So that's a message, I guess, for all of us. So if you need some external things to make you happy, besides the clear Torah, pure Torah, that's the problem. Because the Torah, it has answers to all of the questions, and it can resolve all of the issues. Okay, so Baruch Hashem. A drinking party. Okay, so we said elimination is necessary. Is a necessary human function, meaning that we all have to go to the bathroom. It's not shameful. I mean, publicly it's shameful, right? However, drunkenness is a voluntary act of the wicked man. It's amazing. It's only Rambam, right? So he said. So he said this drunkenness is more than going to the bathroom in a group gathering. So he said, but going to the bathroom is necessary. I mean, what can you do? We all have to go to the bathroom. But drunkenness is a choice. is a choice. Interesting, right? So going to the bathroom is not the choice. Okay, it's choice. Where are you going to go? You go on the street or you go in a private bathroom. But here's interest. Like he said, it's a choice. Okay. So one more time. Whoever becomes drunk is a sinner and shameful, and will lose will lose his wisdom. So commentaries say, and Proverbs 31:5 says, lest he drink and forget the law, meaning Torah, I guess, and pervert the judgment of all poor. So it says clearly, so you're not allowed to judge or enter into judgment when you're drunk. Okay. And I think if I remember correctly, that's one of the reasons why we don't have judgment on Shabbos and Yom Tov. Why? Because there is the mitzvah to do kiddush. So you do kiddush, you do on wine. So you might be a little drunk, a little tipsy. So you're not allowed to do that. And plus, of course, you cannot write the verdict. Okay, so there are like two reasons why we don't enter into judgment on Shabbos. The Torah gives example of the degrading effects of the drunkenness. Noah, right? Bereshis, Lot. No, Noah and Lot, right? It's the best two examples. And then we know what happened to them, right? What disaster happened from one time drinking. I mean, a lot, 2 times, but okay, with Noah, it was 1 time was enough. There are specific prohibitions against drinking. For example, a Kohen is not allowed to perform a priestly service while under the influence of alcohol. So it says Vayikra 10 verses 9 and 11. So it's very interesting. So that's why they say that at Mincha we don't do the priestly blessings, right? Why? Because they say that Mincha is many times is around like time when the people eat the main meal of the day, right? And main meal of the day, so they would drink some wine, maybe possible. So they say don't bless, don't make him bless. But on a fast day, if you notice on the Mincha we do say Birchas Kohanim, we do say. So the question is why? The answer is very simple, because on a fast day nobody eats. So we not suspect that this Kohen would be drunk and he would not be able to say Birchas Kohanim. Okay, continue. Similarly, numerous passages throughout the prophets and the sacred writings castigate drunkenness. This also paralleled in rabbinic literature. For example, Sanhedrin 70a and Vayikra Rabbah 12. Okay, I'm not sure what it says there, but we see clearly that drinking is not the best actions. Okay, so continue. If he becomes drunk before common people, he desecrates God's name. So we're talking about Torah scholar. That's how wrong is. So basically, he would lose the whole respect, right? Not the Rambam remarks in Hilchot Sanhedrin 25:4, but it says when a person is given position of authority over the community, most certainly he is forbidden to eat and drink and become drunk in the public and in a gathering of ignorant or at a repast of his friends. So meaning he's in such a position, so the position of authority, so people must respect him, right? Woe to those judges who act with such an affront to the Torah of Moshe, who disgrace its laws and reduce it to the earth, bring it down to the dust, and cause evil to themselves. In their desecration in this world and the next. So I would add. So it's not only like strange people in your community, ignorant people, even in front of your wife. So you want your wife to respect you, right? To respect you. So next time she has a question, she's not going to go to Google, right? She's not going to go to Rabbi. She's going to go to you because out of respect. Because my husband always knows how control himself. He's a respectful man, right? So that's our children. So it's very important that not only like these strange people to in your life, but always also your family, how they see you. Most commentaries cite Pesachim 49a as a source for Rambam's statement that the passage, however, does not mention intoxication. Okay. In Zohar, volume page 110a, specifically associate drunkenness with the desecration of God's name. So, I mean, of course, we didn't think that Rambam would make it up, right? Okay, so there is a source. So drunkenness, especially this respectable person associated with desecration of God's name. And me personally, that's unfortunately, I was witness to when a few times in my life I went to the communal, let's put it this way, Purim party, right? And these rabbis of the community, they drank too much. And the guy was crying, and the guy was laughing, and I saw this poor wife and this rabbi, she was so embarrassed, and he was making fool of himself, and everybody was laughing, everybody would have a good time, and he would behave in more with like lightheadedness. It was so embarrassing. So like next time this guy, this rabbi would say, no, Halachah is like this, and he would bang at the test. What are you talking? I saw you vomiting in a restaurant, right? Stop it. So that's not good. Unfortunately, I saw it, and I don't know. Even there it says you have to drink on Purim. So drink as one of the most common opinion. Just drink a little extra. So for example, for me, I drink a cup of glass. I drink a little more. That's it. That's considered to be drinking. Okay, it is forbidden to drink even small quantity of wine in afternoon hours. So let's see why. 49 commentary. Hilchot De'ot 4:17, which contains that revi'is between 3 and 5 ounces. So actually, we learn we say 3.2 and 5.3, 5.3 or 5.4. It's chazanish, right? Of wine. Is slightly intoxicating. So that's our kiddush, right? That's what we the size of our kiddush cup. So and they say that when a person drinks, so he should drink most of the cup. So most of the cup, slightly intoxicating. Since our wines are considerably weaker than those of Rambam's time, it is questionable whether the measure would apply today. Okay, so of course we know that our wines are weaker, and how do we know? So we pay so much money for the wine, you think you're getting good stuff. And so you talk to the manufacturer, you call you and you say, I bought this in this wine. How much water can I add to the wine? So they say, we're going to get back to you. And they say 25%. So meaning that the most of this wine is not wine, it's water. So if you add them more than 25% in some wine, so it's not considered wine any longer. You cannot say bareplika gefen. It's like shechachol. Right? So but even that is strong for us. So okay, let's try to finish up. In afternoon hours, commentary number 40, hours 3:13 mentioned wine that is drunken in the afternoon as one of the 4 things which remove person from this world. No more, no less. That's how bad it is that drink wine in the afternoon. And in Abbas, the Rabbi Nathan, chapter 21, explains that drinking wine in the afternoon causes person to negate the entire Torah. That's it. I mean, he's in a good mood. He has this idea, that idea, so he's not going to learn Torah. That's what I do. So it's not on the highest level of the mitzvah, but that's what I do. For example, on the Shabbos day, we don't drink wine for kiddush. We did drink grape juice. It's proper to drink wine, but because I know myself, I'm so tired, I'm going to pass out when I need to learn. That's not a good idea. So it's like a waste. Like I try to concentrate. Well, like when you drink just a little more, and I cannot concentrate. I'm tired, I'm sleepy. So what use this wine was for, right? Okay, so they say unless it's taken together with food. But as we said, if person is tired, if he's weak and he's sick and stuff like that, so this food does not help him much. Drink that is taken together with food is not intoxicating. Okay, 41. The same to the same degree as wine that is drunk without food. Like so some people just like to drink wine. Okay. See Rambam's commentary to the Mishnah Pesachim 10:6. Okay. Only wine that is taken after the meal is to be avoided. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's to no advantage to his digestive system. I'm not sure. Maybe that's what is going to make him drunk. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's check time 1 second. I think we can stop here. So we got up to next halacha, and it's very long, so we'll leave it for the next time. Any questions or comments? Please.
So far, so good.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Israel, go ahead.
Okay, so basically in all these halachot, we were discussing about not letting anyone see us eating in public. Is that okay?
Yes, correct.
And I wrote down the question. The second question is this relevant mainly for life in exile or life in Israel?
No, it's everywhere. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who sees you, Jews or non-Jews. Doesn't make any difference.
Okay, so to finish this with a commentary, here in my city in Argentina, marketplace are strictly forbidden to eat inside. So I cannot.
Everybody eats outside.
Inside the marketplace, you are not allowed to eat. There are warnings.
Exactly, but that's for the non-Jews. They can do whatever they want. I mean, this books is for us not to be like that. We have to be light to the nations. To be light to the nations, we have to be different from the darkness, what they represent. You understand? Whatever they do, it's many things. It's simply not acceptable. Even if it is there is no problem for them. Even though there is no problem for them to do that, but for us it's a big issue. Okay. Moshe, you had a question?
No, I said so far so good. Everything is good, clear.
Okay. Israel, last question, and we stop. I have another class in 3 minutes.
No, that's all. That's all.
Okay, beautiful. So thank you very much for running, and until tomorrow, Beezrat Hashem. So I think tomorrow we can do 9 p.m. So let me confirm. We can switch Monday and Thursday when there is no rabbi's class at 9. So we can move our class to 9 p.m.
yeah, it's good.
All right. Thank you very much. So until next time. Thank you.
Rabbi.